will go. If you lead me, I will hold your people in my heart. You may be seated. Absolutely. Oh, a path home is our journey of becoming a member. And the rich conversations we have, not to align to all believe the same thing, but to identify what is it that I believe. And sharing that, knowing that in unity we're each a wonderful expression of the divine. So if you've been around for a while and you want to feel that, the next time I do a path home, join the new members. It's an incredibly rich journey. Okay, that was just a word from our sponsor. I love this booklet. And if you haven't picked up a copy, they're on the welcome table. It's a good read, and it's just this prayer. This is the line from, of course, our prayer for protection. This is the power of God protects me. So that's what we're looking at today. And it's James Dillett Freeman's incredible prayer that he completed writing it in 1943. So during World War II, it was a time of great strife. And there was a call for a prayer for protection. Let's read this prayer. The light of God surrounds me. The love of God enfolds me. The power of God protects me. The presence of God watches over me. Wherever I am, God is. It's a beautiful prayer. And sometimes when we say a prayer enough, it becomes rote. And some of its meaning we might disconnect from it because we're just saying the words. So this booklet actually is titled The Prayer for Protection, a Beloved Prayer Brought to Life. We're bringing the prayer to life by becoming more alive ourselves. Right from this booklet, the wonderful Reverend Alberta Ware says, often when we think of protection, we think of it as it relates to danger or a situation that appears threatening. However, I see God's protection as my guide as I move through my daily experiences. The guide seems to step in when there's a decision to be made. This is my experience. Can you relate to that? That when a decision needs to be made, it's like the guidance, the inspiration, the intuition, the person that walks up and says something to you, go, that's exactly what I needed to know. Right then, right in that moment. God works through us and through each of us. And sometimes we're a conduit, a connecting piece, a kinetic part of our experience to bring forth exactly what our next step is. It's quite a comfort. And it's not always in those dangerous or threatening situations. We've all experienced dangerous and threatening situations. But most often, we're just living our lives, yes? And in that living our lives, we are always guided by God. And my journey, my spiritual journey, is becoming more and more aware of that truth. We said it earlier in the service. We say it every Sunday. There's only one power, one presence in the universe and in our lives, God. This power of God is represented literally, figuratively, historically, and metaphysically in the Bible. Michael, chapter 3, verse 8. But as for me, I am filled with power, with the Spirit of the Lord. I am one with God. Say that. I am one with God. How does that feel? Does it feel like, I never said that before? It should become commonplace in our journey as we awaken to the higher truth, yes? Another writing from our booklet is from Reverend Todd Humphrey from Crystal Coast Unity in Atlantic Beach, North Carolina. Our beloved prayer for protection is not a magic spell that casts a supernatural security blanket over our physical experience of life. It is not a prayer out there to God somewhere out there. God's everywhere present, but where we're going to have the direct communication with God is within us. Our master teacher Jesus said the kingdom of heaven is within you. It's pretty clear direction, isn't it? Where's the kingdom of heaven? Within me. Yes. And whenever we pray, this is what we teach is affirmative prayer. The highest truth is what we pray. So if someone has cancer, we don't say, oh, take the cancer away. We say, God, we see radiant health and vitality, strength and renewal in this being. Because what we think, what we say, what we believe creates our experience. Reverend Todd goes on to say, the prayer for protection is an affirmation of the unlimited wellspring of life, substance, and intelligence available to us in consciousness. Now that's a lot of words, but it's saying that all that God is, all that creative energy in the universe is within us. All the creativity, all the serenity, all the balance, all the life is part of our consciousness. Now, in the human journey, I'm not always aware of that. Sometimes I can't see beyond my own me, myself, and I, the trio. I've had so much fun and entertainment with the trio, me, myself, and I. If you want drama, just spend a little time with me, myself, and I. Anyone else experience that? Or maybe it's you, yours, and ours. Those things in our life that distract us from centering in the truth that we have everything we need. God is guiding us with every breath, with every knowing right now. And then we get sidetracked. We think, well, that person's so important in my life. They're more powerful than God. mistaken identity. There's only one power in the universe. Our co-founder, Charles Fillmore, speaks about this a lot. And here he says, man is the power of God in action. The power to control his thinking is his highest gift given to man. There's a universal creative force that urges man forward to the recognition of the creative power of individual thought. That's humankind, not the male species. It's all of us are the power of God in action. In fact, God doesn't do anything. God is eternal and unchanging. But God creates to move God through the universe, through this community, through this world. That's why our mission statement is a direct match for our spiritual journey. Touching lives, making lives better, making today different than yesterday, because today we're more clearly attuned to the highest truth. Does that feel good? Yeah, good. And to wrap this talk up, I turn to the wisdom of the author of The Prayer for Protection. James Dillett Freeman was a Unity minister. He was the head of the Unity School for many, many years. He touched many, many lives. And here he says, God will not make the world a better place for us to live in, but he will give us the power to make it a better place. This is so important. It's so important that we realize this, that next Sunday the whole talk is going to be focused on this idea. How can we make this world a better place? Are you ready? I hope you are. I know I'm ready. And I kind of intuit that if I'm ready, you must be ready too, because we're unity. We're all connected. And so as we do this, what life are we having the deepest effect on? Our own. We're waking up. You might look in the mirror and say, it's time to wake up. And within that, we will be given exactly what we need. It might be a day that a whole bunch gets done. It might be a day of rest. Slow down and watch the wind blow through the leaves. Maybe sit long enough to watch the tree change color and drop its leaves. That would be a long little wait. Although I hear the cold is coming. I have everything I need to keep warm. It's good. So let's join together in this personal exploration that will guide us. This week, it's be mindful of your choices. Be aware of what decisions need to be made. Be aware of the decisions you have made. Being mindful of them is allowing them to be. Practice meditation and silence. It's that prayerful meditation that leads us to silence, where we actually can stop and listen to get that guidance, to get that clarity, to get that rest, to get that next step. And the third one is trust your guidance. Trust what's given. My experience is often that guidance doesn't make sense to me. What do you mean, turn right? I'm going this way. Why turn right? But then I turn right, and lo and behold, amazing stuff. When we follow it, it's the easy path. We're free to do it any way we want, period. Free choice. We're free. I don't know about you, but sometimes I just like to knock my head against the wall. Again and again. But I get tired of it. And it's painful. And the wall is just a metaphor. We each have situations that we walk into that danger, this isn't the right place, you know? The guide is there. The wisdom is already within us. All we need to do is say, okay, God, whatever. And at any point, you can say, God, enough. Time out. I need to do some laundry. And when you're ready, whatever. Let's take that into prayer.
Put a little love in your heart.